Hi, welcome to Camp Happy Mail. So as you can see by the title of today's video, I'm going to share some mail with you. I recently received a whole bunch of beautiful cards and I wanted to share them. So if you'll grab a cup of your favorite beverage, we'll go ahead and get started. Okay, so now we're on this side of the camera and let's go through some happy mail. So this first one, this is from my friend Beth. Beth and I met, I'm going to give you a little bit of story time behind some of these, so I hope that's okay. Beth and I met through our Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Our Stampin' Up! Demonstrator is Lisa Curcio. She is Lisa's Stamp Studio on YouTube. I'll put some links down in the description. Just in case you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I highly recommend her. Her YouTube videos are fantastic. She's such a great teacher. Anyways, when you buy from Lisa, you get to be part of her VIP group. It's a Facebook group. And the ladies on there are just uber talented and some of the nicest people you'd ever meet. And she does a happy mail list. So you can get your name put on the happy mail list and then you can download that list and have a list of everybody else that's participating. And that gives you a whole bunch of people to send cards to. Because I know a lot of times people will make a lot of cards and then they don't know what to do with them. And the happy mail list is a perfect opportunity. So Beth and I found each other on Lisa's Facebook page, and then we found each other on the happy mail list, and we started, I believe she reached out to me first. She sent me a card with a super sweet letter, and I just couldn't resist. And I sent her a card and a letter back, and it was like having a pen pal the whole way across the United States, and it was so much fun. And she and I have been friends for a couple of years now, and we have been trading letters and cards. Beth created this card. Beth and I are in another little happy mail group, and it's a card that Beth is one of the founding members of. She and the next card down that was created by Betty, which I'll get to, came up with an idea to start another happy mail group with a couple of us from Lisa's original group. There was a group of 8 of us that just really hit it off great. And so we created a sub happy mail group. And within that happy mail group, like I said, there's 8 of us. And every other month we pick a theme. And then we each make a card for each other. And sometimes we send letters, sometimes we don't. It just depends. Now we do have our own Facebook group. It's a private group. And we really keep in touch there. And the other 7 ladies in this group have become fantastic friends of mine. They are supportive, they are wonderful. Even though I've not met any of them in person yet, ladies, we need to work on this. I have Zoomed with them, which is super fun. And we communicate almost on a daily basis on the Facebook page, and we send cards and letters, and we're all there to support each other. And it's the best group of friends I could ever ask for. Just a wonderful, truly wonderful group of human beings. So anyway, so this was Beth's card. Our theme, which Beth picked our theme for, I think this was August. Yeah, because this is September. Yeah, so this was August. She suggested that we do stenciled cards and envelopes. Now I can't show you the envelopes because they have the addresses on them, and to protect their privacy, I don't want to show those. But just know that all of the envelopes that came with the Happy Mail Group's cards were all stenciled and they were all beautiful. But I am going to show you the cards. So this was Beth's. So she stenciled the outer boxes around this, and then the butterfly is also stenciled, and then she outlined it with pen and drew in the details. And it is just so pretty. It's got a little bit of a shine to it that you can't see on camera. But this was Beth's card, and it's just beautiful. Her cards are always so unique. She's so creative with her supplies. And I love it. And then inside of her card, she wrote a note, which she always does. I love her notes. And she also included 2 sheets of cardstock. She's girls after my heart. Little bees, I love bees. And the daisies. And I'm guessing this is probably, check that out. Sorry, squirrel. So, yeah, look at this. Look at how shiny. I love the shiny. Okay, so these were probably Stampin' Up! Papers. I don't know what set they're from. I'm not up on my Stampin' Up! At this point. But these are beautiful, and I'll definitely make a card out of these. And now I have to decide between the shiny side and the side with the bees. Beth, what have you done to me? just amazing. So thank you, Beth. Okay, next up is this card from Betty. Now, Betty did tell us on the Facebook page that she didn't have any stencils. And I thought, how in the world is she gonna create a stencil card and envelope without any stencils? But somehow she managed to do this. I can tell that she did stamp the trees and she stamped the water, but the rest of this was done with stencils. So she somehow made stencils and did this. And I'm floored. I don't know how she did it. And then she drew in the little birds up here, which are super cute. And yeah, Betty, I think you need to do us a tutorial because your mountains are just perfect on this. I'm wondering, are the mountains modeled after the ones where you live? You showed us pictures. So this is Betty's card. And she wrote me a little letter here. And she didn't sign this one, which means that if I want to, I can send this out to somebody because she didn't sign it. She left it blank. She did a nice treatment over here to match the front. And she did put her little thing on the back. Oh, let me tell you something else about Betty. So on Instagram, she goes by Yarn and Paper. During the warmer months, she creates cards and she sells them in usually packs of 5. But during the winter months, she creates crochet things like home decor stuff, and her crochet pieces are just gorgeous. And she sells those all winter long. You can place orders and things. I'll put a link to her Instagram in my description below if you want to check her out. But I just think it's fabulous that she does cards during the warmer months and crochet during the winter months. And all of her cards and her sets are just beautiful. She uses a lot of Stampin' Up, and her cards are always very, very creative. So thank you, Betty. And this one is from Katie. So I don't know if anybody's familiar with 49 and Market. They do some really fantastic sets. I guess you could consider them like kits. They have all the pieces. You have the papers and all the coordinating punch outs and the die cuts, and I guess die cuts and punch outs are the same thing, aren't they? But anyways, just fabulous, fabulous sets. So a couple of months ago, I picked up a set, and it was this set that this paper is in. And I don't remember what this set is called. I'll have to look it up. But anyways, I had just an absolute blast working with it. I made some wall decor for my office here, and I'll do a cutaway here, and I'll do some pictures to show you. It was made with a different set of this. But I picked up this set as well because it had a lot of florals in it, and I enjoyed it so much, so I picked up another set of it, and I split it up between the other 7 ladies in the group, and I sent each of them a stash of the pieces just to see what they would do with it. And this was the card that Katie made from it, and it's gorgeous. I mean, the blue papers, I sent them pieces in their favorite colors to encourage them to use it. And they all did such a fabulous job with it. But I love this. I mean, just the print of this paper and how she paired it with the lattice paper back here. And she's got these cute little gems on here. Katie, I need to know what these are. I love them because, oh, there's another one. Because they're small. I'm not really into big embellishments, but I do like the tiny little ones. And these are a perfect size for this. So this was Katie's card, and it's beautiful. And she wrote a nice little note inside of it. Yeah, so anyways, so this is beautiful, Katie. Thank you so much. And who's up next? This one would be Nita. Nita, gosh. Nita is, she's an artist in her own right. She does a lot of mixed media. I got a journal. I'm gonna cut away from this, and I'm gonna share a journal with you that she created. But let me tell you about this card. So I got this card. Look at the moose. I mean, come on. How cute is that moose? And you know what? Okay, Nita, how did you do this? I don't know if you can see it on here. Can you see the little stitch lines? Is that a die? That's really cool. I mean, that just does a little something extra for the paper on the front. I don't have any idea how she did that though. because all of my stitch dies actually cut out shapes or whatever, but not just like this. That's really cool. It's funny, you know, I opened all these up and I looked at them and I appreciated them, but when I go back and look at them again, I always see something different. And she wrote a nice little note for me in here. Faith will make things possible, not easy. That's awesome. And I'm really curious about these stitch lines on here and how she did that. But anyway, so this is her card, but let me show you something that Nita made. So last year, for the 7 of us in the group, Nita made us each a journal. She handmade this whole thing. There's a little joy tag in here. A picture of Mackinac Bridge, which I've never been to Mackinac Bridge. I'm assuming this is in Michigan. And yeah, connects the upper and lower peninsulas of Michigan. I've never been there. I might need to go there because it looks beautiful. And then she sent this one after the fact. And it's a journal card to add to the bug journal. She did my journal in the theme of bugs because I like dragonflies and butterflies. And I don't like mosquitoes, but I do like bumblebees. And so she did mine in an insect in nature theme. And let me just share a little bit of this with you. I won't flip through the whole thing because I could do a whole video on just this. So this is a cloth cover and she's got little corner treatments on it to protect the corners. And she sewed this onto the paper. And the papers in here, and she made a little book plate. And the papers in here are just fabulous. Everything is just so carefully thought out. Now, I haven't decided what I'm going to actually put in this journal. I'm actually almost afraid to use it because I don't want to ruin it. I know she wants us to use them, and I need to figure out what I want to use it for. If I can get the pages out here to share with you. Just all kinds of bugs, and it's all collaged together, and it's beautiful. This whole journal is just amazing. And she did one for all 7 of us. And everybody had a different theme for theirs. And they were all different. Look how cute. And they were all different and beautiful. And I'm still floored that she made this for me. Love that. And this, look at this, with the lace attached to the paper. And then more pockets. And I love this kind of thing. I've made a couple of journals that were mixed media like this. I mean, look at the lace. And then it's got a couple of sheets, like a little notepad. I've made some journals like this, nothing, oh, and look, it's like a jeans pocket. I just noticed it is like a jeans pocket. That's cool. Anyways, I've made a couple of the journals like this. Not quite this elaborate, not quite this nice. That's an M. That's my initial. See, every time that I go through this, I see something different. Oh, and then there's little bookmarks in here. Check this out. We got some little bookmarks on strings attached to the center. And look, a butterfly. 2 butterflies and a really pretty heart. Can you see those? I don't know if I'm in the camera view. I hope I am. Anyways, so this is the kind of stuff that Nita likes to do. And it's just gorgeous. And I'm just still tickled pink that she actually made this and sent it to me. Okay, back to the cards. So this was a card from Nita, and I love the moose. Just love, love, love the moose. And that stitching, Nita, hey Nita, how did you do the stitching? Please let me know, because that's really awesome. Okay, and next up we have Brona. And in case you're wondering, I have a cheat sheet for the order that they're in. Yeah, I don't have them memorized. I wish I did, but I don't. So this one was from Brona. Brona is super creative. She's really good at the collage thing as well. I'm mixing your pattern papers with your semi-solids, and she stamped these. Now, how did she know to stamp these here and down here? I mean, to put all this together. It blows my mind. The collage stuff just blows my mind. I'm not really good at it. So when I see somebody else just effortlessly put stuff together, it just totally blows my mind. And I think she has been getting into some foiling. And this is pumpkin spice, everything nice. And see, it's foiled. Love it. And now I want to know, Brona, did you pick up a foiling machine? Tell me about it. I don't think I will ever get into foiling. I've got way too many other crafty things going on. I do love the look of it, but I can see myself burning my fingers on like the glimmer plates and that kind of stuff. Yeah, no, I don't think I ought to go that direction. But anyways, this is gorgeous, and I love everything about it. I mean, the little stamping and the pieces and the colors is very fall, and it's beautiful. And she wrote a nice little note in here, and she put another little treatment in here, which is nice. Just super sweet. And then she has her little stamp on the back. So super, super nice. Thank you, Brona. And this one, oh, this one is by Katie too. And this one, I just love this. When I pulled this out of the envelope and I saw the little, hey, and that's exactly how I said it in my mind, hey. My voice normally doesn't go up that high, but it does for that word. I love this. I just thought it was so sweet. She stamped this and then colored these. This is probably Stampin' Blends, maybe. Although it might be watercolor. I'm not 100% sure. And I don't know if she ink blended the background or if that's just the paper. And then those little gems, you got those little gems again. But the little, hey, it just makes me smile. So, yeah, so this was from Katie. And yeah, I put a note in here that it's from Katie. And she wrote me a note. And she didn't sign this. Because she didn't write on the inside, that means I can take this hey card and send it to somebody else to say hey. And that's the last time I'm going to say that, because that's, yeah. Anyways, I just love it. Just the cute little sentiment is just, yeah. Thank you, Katie. Okay, so this one. This is from Charlene. And I can show you the envelope that she made on this one, because she included an envelope separate. This is not the envelope that she mailed it in. But I also know that she didn't sign the inside of this one. She wrote me a nice little letter. She didn't sign it or write on the inside of this one. She did put her name on the back, and I'm happy that she did. I have no issue with sending out cards that were made by somebody else, because it's beautiful. So she did this with the matching envelope. And so if I want to send this out, they match. And it's a beautiful thing. I'm not sure how she did this, but the stencil looks like it's like 3-dimensional with the shadowing behind it. And it's on one of my favorite Stampin' Up! Shades, which is Pretty Peacock. And the sentiment is a foiled sentiment, and it's super pretty. It says, no one compares to you. I don't know how well that comes across on screen. But this is just gorgeous. She was posting some samples done with this stenciling technique online on Facebook. And I need to go look up to see how to do this, because it's gorgeous. And along with this, she also sent some goodies. This came in a bigger envelope so that she could send 6x6 pages. But I see some Christmas cards in our future, because check this out. So we got some polka dots, and they're all shiny, and they're like raised up a little bit. They're like embossed, and they're beautiful. So I think those will make some really neat vintage Christmas cards. And then to go along with those, there's some red and green that are, it's like a weave, I guess, like burlap almost. And they're textured. I mean, they're not flat. They are definitely, they've got a texture to them, and they're shiny, and they match these, which is super cool. And then we've got 2 pieces of the green grids or the white grids with the green on the back. So yeah, I'm definitely going to make some vintage Christmas cards out of these. So thank you, Charlene. These are beautiful. And next up, we got another one from Brona. So Brona has really been stenciling a lot lately. She was stenciling even before we decided that we were going to do stenciled cards and envelopes. And I think she might have been part of the inspiration that Beth saw. But her cards lately that she has stenciled have just been so beautiful. I don't know what stencil she used on this, but her color choices are just fabulous. And then she's got some splattering going on, and a nice birthday sentiment, and then some drops. And I'm wondering if these were Nouveau drops or if they were just regular embellishments. But anyways, the color choices on this are just fabulous. And I especially love it. I mean, I've really starting to take a liking to purple. It hasn't always been one of my favorite colors, but the more I see it, the more I use it. Well, I'm wearing purple today, which is unusual. I don't normally wear purple. But I love everything about it. And her stenciling is just fabulous. I mean, she's, you know, lighter down here or the darker down here to the lighter up there to give it some dimension. And inside of here, she sent some goodies. And these are really cool. Oh, and she didn't sign this one. She did. Now look at her stamp. Look at her stamp on the back. Who doesn't love a giraffe? Just super, super cute. So anyways, so she included a little stamped paper in here to let me know that I could send this to somebody else. I have the same stamp. We probably got them at the same place. But it says, I didn't sign this card before I sent it off to you, but it holds my warmest thoughts, invisible but true. And if you find a time you need to brighten someone's day, then take this card and sign it and send it on its way. That stamp comes from Magnuson Custom Stamps, which if I remember, I'll leave a link below. I get all of my stamps from my back of the cards from them, and this is one of their stamps, and I have this stamp as well. And I use it whenever I donate cards so that I can put it in there and the recipient knows that they can send them on. So let's talk about this. Yeah, so Brona, was this a Stampin' Up thing? Gosh, I haven't bought any Stampin' Up in a while, but I'm just wondering if this was a Stampin' Up thing, because it's pretty amazing. I don't know if you can see the detail on this. The scallops have little stitched circles or little dotted circles the whole way around. And then there's this, like, you can pop it out. So you could use this and frame something, or you could just cover that hole. And then this piece, the center oval, also has the circle dots around it. So you could use that as a separate element. And then there's the solid oval. So you could probably use it all together, or you could separate it. There's so many ways you can use this, but I'm really curious because I've never seen them as dots like that, as like pin dots instead of stitches. So Brona, what can you tell me about this? I'm curious. But thank you for your beautiful card and for the goodies. And you know, I'm not gonna wanna use those because once I use it, they're gone, but I have to use it because they're so pretty. Such a dilemma. So, okay, so this one, I have a friend, I have lots of friends, but I have a friend who also has a YouTube channel. Her name is Julia. She goes by Senior Susie Stamps on YouTube. I'll put a link to her YouTube channel. Julia does a lot of stuff using things you already have. She doesn't go out and buy the latest, greatest things that are on the market. Every now and then she'll buy something new, but for the most part, she uses older supplies. And I absolutely love her channel for that because I have older supplies. A lot of people have older supplies, but she does the most creative things with them. She does shop at the Dollar Tree, which I think is fabulous. And I can tell you that the embellishments on this were probably from the Dollar Tree, and I love them. They're just beautiful. So a couple of months ago, she held a challenge where she challenged her viewers to make a tag and send it in. And then she did a video featuring those tags. I had never made a tag before. It's just not something that I do, not something I've ever tried. And I thought it looked like fun. So I made a tag and I sent it to her. Now she's just right up here, a couple hours from me. She's right up here in Georgia. And my tag got lost in the mail. Didn't make it to her. I probably could have just driven it up to her and then she would have had it. Okay, so there's this little post office down in Palmetto, Georgia, that is just debacling the mail for Georgia. I don't know why they're sending the mail through this little post office because it's certainly not equipped to handle all of the mail for Georgia. You would think that they would use the main post office in downtown Atlanta, but no, this is Georgia. It's just messed up. So anyways, so I sent her a tag. She never received it. She held out as long as she could. And I told her, go ahead, just make the video, don't worry about it. So she did the video and all the tags were beautiful. And my tag still hadn't shown up even after that. And so I decided to go ahead and make another tag. And I sent it to her. And shortly after she received the second tag, then she received the first tag. So I told her to just keep the tags for herself, or she could send them out, whatever she wanted to do. But in return for me sending her a tag, and this is what she did in her video, anybody that sent in a tag got a tag that somebody else created, which I just thought was fantastic. So I sent her my tags. I wasn't expecting to get a tag back, but she sent me a tag anyways. And I was just tickled and surprised. And I just couldn't believe that she actually made and sent me a tag, even though mine got to her so super late. But this was the tag that she made for me, and it's gorgeous. I mean, I love the colors. I've always loved the cranberry and the tan, and the gold accents on this. And then she ink smooshed or splattered or something to do the background on this, and there's the back of it. And she wrote a nice little thing back here. And then she put some mulberry paper on here, collaged that on there with some other fibers, and then some music paper. I love music. And then we've got some glitter glue accents happening here. And then there's some gold pen work that I'm assuming she took a gold pen, a gel pen, and traced around some of this splattering. And then she attached the burlap ribbon and this other raffia ribbon. And it's just, oh, and she inked the edges on this too. I mean, everything about this is just perfect. And this screams Julia to a T. She is so good at mixed media and this kind of thing. And I'm still excited that she sent me a tag, even though mine didn't make it back for her challenge. I just thought it was super sweet. So Julia, we got to know each other through her YouTube channel. I stumbled across her video. She came up as a recommended video sometime in 2022, I believe. She didn't have a whole lot of subscribers at that point, and I watched the video that was recommended and just fell in love with what she was doing. And then I binge watched all of her previous videos, and I've been following her ever since. I started leaving her comments, and we started getting to know each other through the comments, and then we switched over to Facebook Messenger, and now we message back and forth pretty regularly, and I consider her one of my better friends. She is just such a nice human being. The card making industry is really fantastic in that regard. There are just so many genuinely nice people out there. I highly recommend that if there's a YouTuber that you follow that you don't really know, like on a personal level, and you want to, just reach out to them, get to know them, because 9 times out of 10, they're going to be some of the most genuine people that you'll ever meet. And Julia is definitely one of those. So when I started my YouTube channel, Julia actually gave me a shout out in one of her videos. And I will forever be grateful that she did that, because some of her subscribers hopped over and visited my channel and then subscribed. And I'm still floored that she did that, number one, and that her subscribers are now watching some of my videos too. And I've gotten to know some of them, and there's one in particular, and that's Gloria. Gloria is in Australia. And this still just, you can't see me, but I am grinning ear to ear. Gloria has been probably my biggest supporter of my YouTube channel, as far as she consistently watches my videos and leaves me comments. And the comments, I love the comments. I love when people leave me comments, because I love to go back and respond. And I tend to write a book. Sorry if that's not your style, but I just get so excited when somebody actually takes the time to leave me a comment. And Gloria does that. She comments on every single video and always gives me stuff to write her back about, which is awesome. So a couple of weeks ago, I was in Pennsylvania. I split my time between Pennsylvania and Georgia. And I came back to Georgia, and I got the mail, and I hadn't been to the mailbox in a couple of weeks. And I found a card from Gloria. And I was so excited. My husband, who was here with me at the time, and I pulled it out of the envelope, and I was just floored. I mean, look at this. She watercolored this. She made me a watercolor card. I had mentioned to her that I want to learn how to watercolor, and we have talked, and this is using the art impression stamps. And it's just amazing. Gloria, if you're watching, and I'm pretty sure you are, this, my friend, is, what do they say? Hashtag goals. This is exactly what I want to learn how to do. I have some of the art impression stamps. I am so intimidated. I've got the markers, I've got the stamps, I've got the paper, I got the brushes, got the water, but have I started yet? No. Am I going to? Absolutely. Because this, yeah, I want to learn how to do this. I'm going to say it. There's going to be watercolor videos on my channel. They may not be so good starting out. I hope to get to this level because this is just amazing. And I'm still, my face hurts from grinning every time I look at this. And I can't believe that she sent it to me all the way from Australia. I can't. And it's the best thing to be able to say, I have a friend in Australia and she gets kangaroos in her yard. I hope it's okay that I said that, but yeah, kangaroos. I mean, how cool would that be to, like, you know, look out your back window and see a kangaroo? Just fabulous. We get deer in my yard in Pennsylvania, and that's always really cool. But kangaroos, yeah. So Gloria, this is really special, and I'm honored that you sent me a card that you watercolored. And she did include a couple other things that I can't share on this video. She did write me a nice little letter in here, and she gave me a bookmark here that says live a life of love. I definitely do. And she sent me some other things too, and I thank you for those, Gloria. And thank you for this. This is just going to sit on my shelf, and I'm just going to enjoy the heck out of this. So thank you again, my Aussie friend. Okay, so okay, so this one is from Arlene. This was part of the stencil ones that we did in August, and there was an envelope that went with this. And again, I'm sorry I can't share the envelopes with you. Just know they were all beautiful, and I wish I could share them, but I can't. But anyways, I can share these with you. So this stencil, I don't know what this stencil is, but this is fabulous. I have this thing for geometrics and abstracts, which are two very different things, but this is like an abstract geometric. And the triangles, I have amassed a collection of triangles. There's going to be a whole series of videos that have to do with triangles because triangles are just so much fun. But this stencil and the colors, I mean, Arlene knows I'm a rainbow girl. Love the rainbow. And her color selections of this and the ink blending on this are just perfect. And then she heat embossed the sentiment on here and her little gems. Now, whenever I got this was folded inside out. So let me give you this little tip. This came in the envelope just like this. And when I pulled it out, I knew it was Arlene, besides the envelope, of course, that had her address on it, because Arlene tends to fold a lot of hers like this. And this is a great tip. If you like to use embellishments that have a little bit of depth to them, I don't know if you can see these or not. I can't tell if I'm tilting this the right way. But anyways, these have a little bit of height to them. And if you were to send this through the mail like this, number one, these would poke through the envelope. And if the Postal Service sees that, they're gonna charge you extra postage, which is really, really not nice. So if you do a card that has embellishments like this, just do this, because it's okay if it damages the back of the card a little bit. Nobody's gonna care. I certainly don't care. So, and then that way, it goes through the Postal Service more flat. The Postal Service doesn't know that those are on there, and they're not going to charge you extra for them. As long as you don't overload it and make it obvious or make it extra heavy. And then whenever the recipient gets it, all they have to do is open it up. The front is pristine like it should be. These are not damaged. You didn't have to pay extra postage, and it's beautiful. And it's just an easy tip. So that's your tip for the day out of all of this. If you have lumpy embellishments, just fold the card inside out. Nobody's gonna care that they pulled it out this way and they didn't see the beautiful thing immediately, because when you do this, there it is. There's the beauty. And this one is beautiful, Arlene. Thank you for sending me this one, and thank you for folding it inside out so that I could share your little tip with everybody. Okay, Nita. We are back to Nita, and this is the last one. This has been a long video, I realize, and I thank you for sticking around with me this long. So this one is from Nita, and I had to laugh whenever I pulled this out of the envelope. I'm not laughing at the card, I'm laughing at the fact that the rest of us in the Happy Mail group, the other 7 of us, all did stenciling with ink. We all ink blended. Not Nita. Nope, not Nita. Nita used some kind of a paste on here. And I don't know if you can see this, but it is gorgeous. This lilac paste, whatever she used through her stencil, brilliant, you know, and I'm kicking myself now because I have paste and I have other mediums that I could have changed it up on my cards, but I got so carried away with the stenciling. All those cards that I've been posting recently with the 3D embossing folders that I've stenciled over them and ink blended over them, and then some of the envelopes that I've started posting recently where I've stenciled the envelopes, those were all my August ones for this Happy Mail group. And I did make some extra envelopes for myself to send to some other people, which, by the way, Gloria, you do have mail that's going to be coming to you. I haven't sent it yet. And there will be a decorated envelope in there. Your postal service doesn't sound even as nice as the US Postal Service, even though ours isn't that great. But you can't send decorated envelopes? I am so tempted to try, but yet I do want my thing to get to you. So I will probably put it inside of another bigger envelope that's kind of plain and boring. But yeah, there's gonna be mail coming to you, Gloria. And back to this one. So yeah, so I'm kind of kicking myself that I just did all ink blending, but the ink blending was so much fun. I don't regret it, but the paste through this, and look how beautiful this is. And the details, I mean, Nita is all about the details. We got some little dragonflies, which I love. And then her, this die, I don't know what die this is for the dandelions, but these are like when they're at the stage you can blow them. You make a wish and you blow them. And then she's got little flowers inside the centers of those that are iridescent. And they're just beautiful. And then inside of here, she sent me some goodies. So these, I believe these are zinnias. Is that a zinnia? Because that's what these are. So they kind of match. I don't know if this is Stampin' Up stuff or not, but some zinnia paper, and it's got a little butterfly on it, and then some grid paper, and I believe that this was Stampin' Up, yeah. And some fall paper. And I'm gonna have to make some cards out of this because it's too gorgeous to just let it sit in my stash. And then she sent this, and I have to laugh about this. There have been a couple of people in the little Happy Mail group that have sent me envelope, or sent me napkins. And some of them have made cards using napkins. I don't know how to do it. Now I have another beautiful napkin, and this one really, I don't even know where you get napkins this fancy. This is fancy, Nita. And it's huge, and it's almost like cloth. I mean, it's amazing. So I have now a napkin for fall. I have another fall one. I've got Christmas, I have Valentine's Day, and I think there might be a St. Patrick's Day one. But anyway, so I have been sent napkins by some of these friends, and I keep saying I'm gonna look it up and figure out how to make the napkin cards. If you're watching this and you know of somebody that does an easy way to do napkin cards, like I'm not talking anything crazy because I will totally mess up crazy. And I don't want to mess them up because like I have like one of each of the napkins and I don't want to ruin them. So if you know of a YouTuber or someplace online that has a good tutorial for the napkin cards, I think I've been calling them envelopes, haven't I? The napkin cards, drop me a link and maybe we'll do a video on that. I would love to do a video making some napkin cards, and especially, I mean, look at this. This is just, it's gorgeous. But I'm not gonna use this till I figure out how to do it because I don't wanna mess this up. So thank you, Nita, for all of the beautiful goodies. And I hope somebody drops me some links. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to go looking for a bunch of videos on how to do this. And thank you for your beautiful card and the goodies. And that's it. That's it, my friends. That is our stack of Happy Mail from the last month and a half or so. I hope you enjoyed seeing all this. These are not Happy Mail, but it's just these ones. But I hope you enjoyed seeing all of these and hearing the little stories about each of them. And if you enjoyed this, let me know. And then maybe I'll do this again. It's fun to share this kind of thing. You know, the videos don't always have to be techniques or messy videos or stuff like that. I'm more than happy to do other things. And if you enjoyed seeing the cards like this, please let me know. And then that way I'll know if we should do this again. So I guess that's it. So go enjoy your day, be crafty, and I'll see you in the next video.